Hello everyone. Welcome to the painting construction zone here in my craft room. I have been afforded my desk space to bring you today's video. So welcome, my name is Woodbridge. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, and I am here to share with you today a card using some brand new product. Hello Miss Roz, how are you? From our brand new annual catalogue, and this is a card I made with my team at the end of last month. Hey Shaz. So we are going to be showcasing and using the five new in colours. So Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide and Starry Sky. Hello Miss Samantha White, how are you? Been a while. Now we are pairing those colours with the Bottled Happiness stamp set, and I only have one kit left from class. So what I thought we might do today is make two cards. Hey Mon, how are you? Hey Eileen, thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate the support because I'm in the middle of a construction zone. The only place I could sit this morning was on the lounge, and I'm normally here at my craft desk flitting and doing a few things. It's like I can't do anything. We have one coat on the ceiling currently, and unfortunately the people who own the house before us used a stain blocking paint, which is meaning that the paint is taking forever to dry on the roof. Oh no, that's not good. You lost your mojo. Good. That getting back on the creative train is a great thing, and I'm here, happy to be here to inspire you to do that. Hello Miss Margine, how are you? Hello Shelley. So the card we are making today is this one, using the Bottled Happiness. So quite a simple card. So what I thought I'd do, I have one card kit that we make one card, and then on the fly I would make another card with you. Hello Kathy, hello Donna, thank you everyone for joining. This is awesome, love it. Now as you're coming in, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, it'll help bring my videos into your news feeds. And don't forget to make sure you've liked and subscribed my channel as well, because that way you won't miss anything and miss out on the fun. Hey Jeannie, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to flick. If you hear rustling, it is because there's plastic sheeting everywhere. So I've got to duck behind the plastic sheeting and turn off the overhead light, which my painter reattached so I could do this video. He's being incredibly accommodating, and we're really happy with him so far. Even though he's only painted the ceiling so far, we're very happy. So let's flip around and make a card, and then I can give the painter back the room to do the second coat of ceiling paint for us. And then on Tuesday's video, stuffed my whole eyebrow there. Hopefully on Tuesday's video we may or may not be in as much mayhem. Who knows? So please tell me I'm not the only one that has had to do these types of things through construction and unfortunately both David and I work from home, which kind of makes things a little bit problematic. Hello Miss Cheryl, you just missed. Oh guys, I am so sorry. You have just missed seeing the construction zone in the back. Sorry, just let me... Hello Miss Ethel. Okay, now please hold up properly. There's Miss Linda. Awesome crew in today. Who else have I missed in putting that up? It is Happy Mayhem, and we've lived in this house for 16 years and it hasn't been painted in that time. It was kind of freshly painted when we moved in, but I never liked the colour. Never ever liked the colour of the walls. Was fine. Hey Amy. Colour of the walls were fine, but the trims are this horrible yellow beige, and the ceiling, because we have raked ceilings, the colour of the ceilings were the same as the walls. So now we're going for a nice crisp white ceiling, and it's called Hog's Bristle, and we're using half strength on the walls. So hopefully it turns out as good as I think, because I do have a couple of Hog's Bristle walls where we have had building work done, and then we've patched up for various events. Hello Miss Cindy, your maybe is a yes. I'm going to turn off the overhead light. Don't mind the rustling plastic, and I'll be back. I'm having trouble with light switches today, so what I am going to do is bring up my video replay and mute myself just so I can see everyone. Hey Chris, how are you? And the house has been so cold, as many of you saw. I've had on my denim jacket, but I've come in here and turned on my heater. So now I am really nice and warm. So I'm just throwing that over the back of my chair here. Right, sleeve down. Ugh, my sleeve had gone all the way up to my armpit because I'm wearing like nice pretty red top today. Oh, can I get it on the screen? I don't know. Ah, there we go. There we go. I'm a bit delayed. Last, because I'm watching my city council meeting, my rep was dressed as Princess Leia for May 4th. Oh my God, your local rep is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so as I said, we are using all 5 in colours. Now, has everyone seen these in colours? Because there's kind of something exciting happening this month with these 5 in colours. Not only have they been released, but if you, for some reason, I don't know why you'd want to, but if you really love all 5 of these colours and you'd be thinking about putting them on your order this month, if you sign up to be a part of my Wicker Woodies team, you get an extra. So for $169 you choose $235 of whatever products you want, and on top of that you get $116.50 in an in color pack. So you get the 5 ink pads, the mixed pack of the mixed pack of the A4 cardstock, you get the 6x6 DSP pack, and you get in colour grid mats, which is, I use a grid mat here, but this is a special edition in colour one that anyone can purchase, but you get it here. Oh, nice. Well, you could come and visit me too, Chris, since I'm in New South Wales. But that's okay. I understand if you don't. I really do. Okay, so 2 card bases. I already have one of these stamped. Now, I've been kind of on the ball. I've grabbed out my stamparatus. Now, when I have stamped both of these cards with my team at last month's team meeting, because we had the products early and I wanted to show them how to use the new things, we freehand stamped these. Totally and utterly freehand. Do you want me to freehand these, or do you want me to use the stamparatus? because wrong stamp set. I wrote on the wrong stamp set. That's okay. A little bit more rustling here is going to happen. That's my... I ended up with 2 of those stamp sets. So this is actually the stamp set I want. Stamparatus freehand. Oh, okay. I've got one of each. Next one decides. Oops, I'm going to put that little bottle top part right here. I'm actually going to lie these down. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need this detail stamp on a block. And I've picked up another stamp while I'm now. I think I'm going to want this block. Stamparatus free. We're still even Stevens, girls, because I haven't been watching the screen. Okay, so that is on a block, and we'll be using grey granite with that one. Freehand Stamparatus. 2 and 2. Next one. So the one after Corinne's comment is our decider. Giving you all the power here. Now the one I want to start with is Starry Sky. No, I got 3 freehand and 2 Stamparatus. Freehand. Okay. Oh yes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, freehand it is. Freehand it is. Okay, let me grab a block. Now, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks then about using this freehand. Now, because this is a very solid stamp, we do want to make sure that there are no air bubbles, and I can see an air bubble there, that there are no air bubbles where the stamp connects to the block. There is still an air bubble there. I know you guys may not be able to see it, but I can, and I'm actually moving it way out to the edge, and that air bubble is pretty much gone. Okay, now that isn't mounted straight. That's not going to matter because we are going to be using the edge of our paper for the guide. Okay, I'm going to need my scrap piece of paper, sorry, just going beyond where I've got things here, because these ink pads for me came really juicy. So I have actually stamped on paper towel to remove some of this ink, and I'm not too worried because I do have the re-inkers, so it's not going to be, I'm not worried about removing too much ink. Oh, see, I have a spot on this stamp. Okay, I'm going to clean it, and this is what I often have to do with really solid stamps. I give it a go, I give it a clean just with my Stamparatus, my stamp chamois, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a really nice gloss over with my hand, and hopefully you can see now that that stamp is completely matte, so I no longer have any shiny stamped surfaces, so that is completely matte. Hello Laurie, how are you? Oops, you did it twice. That's okay, that's okay. Cheryl broke the deadlock, Corinne. You're fine. You're fine. Oh, and that's my Corinne. She is a Wicked Woody. She's one of my team members. So lovely to have you here, Corinne. Okay, Starry Sky in the middle and go. Now I'm going to leave this here to let the ink transfer. That's not too bad. That middle bit, I'm undecided on this actual issue with this stamp. So, undecided at this stage. But that's okay. Okay, finish with this. Because we're only using every colour once at this stage, we are going to be closing each ink pad as we go. Now next I want Orchid Oasis. Now the blues, so Starry Sky is a blue. I see Orchid Oasis, which is our card base colour, as a purple. Other people are saying it's blue, I say it's purple. Okay, but the Starry Sky does have a purple tinge hue to it. So they're definitely different blues to what we've had before. So I'm going to go in with Orchid Oasis. I am going to stamp off to make sure we're not too wet. And that's not too bad. Just going to eyeball this, try and get that middle piece, and I am going to try something next stamping, and I'm going to grab my stamping mat. So I'll explain what that is. Sorry, I'm just turned around here, girls. So this is, well, I'm hoping I didn't pull that off. So this is our Stampin' Pierce mat. It is also really, really good for using with our photopolymer stamp sets. Now I have kept one for just stamping only, so it has 0 piercing holes in it. Because I thought, oh, are these piercing holes going to go through if I stamp on it? I don't know, but I just prefer to play safer than sorry. Okay, so we're coming in with Parakeet Party next. Wow, Chris, so your son is a little bit younger than me. Just a little bit. So is he an 81 baby? I think he's an 81 baby. Okay, Parakeet Party right at the end. Oh, yes, perfect. Having that stamping mat just made all the difference. So there we go. We did a little bit of workshopping. Right, yeah, I'm a 79 version. Okay, then we're going to go in with Tahitian Tide. Such a beautiful blue. Oh, true crisp clear blue. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. Let me make sure, I still do this every time. One, to make sure it's dry. Two, because we've got a solid image. And for some reason, I don't know, I'm so sorry. You guys are totally back to front. I never changed this back. How naughty of me. That's a bit better. I am so sorry. Terrible of me. Okay, that's better. Much better. Oh, maybe not. Sorry, guys. Now I've got everything on my desk. That'll do. That will do. You're not backwards. I only just caught that. Only just. Okay, so Tahitian Tide is going to go next to our Starry Sky. Now, I just have a feeling that this one isn't going to go down exactly how I want. No, it is. That's fine. Okay, and let's go. It is just a titch blotchy, just a titch wet. But do you know what? In the whole scheme of things, that's fine. And all I really needed to do was use my bone folder and butter it down. But it will be, and it will smooth out a little bit. But in the whole scheme of things, it's a bubbly bottle of water or whatever is in it. Okay, now this is Sweet Sorbet, which is our stunning red. Now it does fall a little bit on the orange side, but not as orange as Poppy Parade. Okay, that has transferred lovely, and I have found the less that I pounce up and down. That's nice. I do have a bit of a blip here. I appear to have a bit of a blemish in this stamp. That's okay. They are such beautiful colours, Jennifer, and they do go together so beautifully. Let's pop that off to the side. Now next we're going to use our basic grey ink, and I know I definitely don't need my Stampin' Pierce mat anymore, and I'm going to take the stamp Let's Get in the Spirit and literally leave that there to settle. Okay, now why do we leave a thin photopolymer stamp to settle? Because you can often pick, when you put it on this block, you can manipulate it in such a way that you make it bend. So I normally take it off, let it settle, then pick it up, because it does settle into the way it's been manufactured. Hello, Miss Heidi. That's okay, you missed all the construction and plastic sheeting over everything in my background. I don't have my nice frames on the wall, nothing, although my frames are going to be missing off the wall for a little bit. Now, I don't think that is straight, but it's on the card. So we will take that. And then all I have to do is pop these. Oh, no, I don't. I've got to put some. Don't do that yet, Ellen. Don't do that. I will clean my stamp. While I'm going clean it, then I can quickly pack up and give the room back to the painter. Okay, so this is the difference between using this image. So this image gives you the look of a 3D bottle. So this is what I've just stamped, and this is with the detail. So tell me what you think. Should I add the detail or leave the detail off? Yes, my blouse, let's have a look. My blouse is a little bit brighter than Sweet Sorbet. So you can just see there is a comparison, but you are right there, Jennifer. Detail on from Chris. Okay, but at least you can have a look. The bottles look great without the detail, and I'll show you a trick with the detail. So on the stamp, and I'll show you on here on the actual images. So see how you've got that shine piece right there? On the detail stamp, the shine piece is in exactly the same spot. So when you stamp it, you want to see the white air in that when you're stamping. Now, if it's not right, that is totally okay. Totally okay. Now, I have just misinked going to grab a baby wipe and just get that corner right. There's a half dirty baby wipe from another project. Okay, so, ooh, this seems very bubbly. This seems quite wet, and I do need it a little bit drier for what we're doing. So this is what I do to push the ink back into the ink pad, and just gives you a bit of a drier surface. So I'm going to wipe my bone folder. My bone folder's fine to use now. Okay. That's better. Much better. Oh, except I've done it again because I want the air around the stamp to be able to see where I'm going and what I'm lining up with. And I'm having a little shake. That will not be too shabby. I'm a little bit off here, but I'm perfect at the bottom. So I'll just concentrate on getting perfect at the bottom and straight up the side. That's not too bad. Look, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just looking at adding this detail, and of course, because I'm doing it on camera with you guys, I'm never going to get it right. Okay, next one. And last one. So you can see we have added that detail now. I just went to throw this baby wipe in the bin, and the bin isn't in its normal spot. The bin is actually under my feet. You could absolutely do that, Heidi. That is a fantastic idea, using Versamark and adding embossing powder. But I just used this because that's what I used. I thought the basic grey was a great contrast. So what I have done with my original card, I'm going to do on this card as well, is add a little bit of shading under our bottles. It will disguise that some of them aren't exactly straight. I sort of went on an upward trajectory. Now this is a frayed Stampin' blend, and it kind of gives a really nice I don't know, it just gives a really nice whimsical kind of look because it's not sharp. And I'm going to grab my colour lifter, which I do suspect is, oh no, it's wet. I thought it was going a little bit dry. So what I do is I scribble over the light smoky slate I've just put down, and it just lightens up what I have put down. Now you probably won't be able, this actually is really dry, but I can't really get to the one that I want. Actually, it has been enough to lighten that up, but I do need to replace this. So I might put it where it doesn't live, so then I remember to replace it. You know, you got to remind yourself of these things. Okay, so next I'm just going to add these to the card bases, and then we'll bring in the final embellishment. So these cards, I know, and it's a great idea, Heidi. It's a really good idea, and I appreciate that, because do you know what? I hadn't even thought of, ooh, bubble pop. I hadn't even thought of that myself, so thank you for the idea. Okay, pop that on there. That is good. And other one. And then I will show you these beautiful in colour embellishments, and then I will at least stamp another panel with you, because I feel I went pretty quick there. What's time? 12:30. That's pretty quick. We can definitely at least stamp another panel. Okay, so the in colour embellishments are the matte decorative dots, and they come in all 5 colours, and they come in shades of all 5 colours. So we're going to, now the reason why these were used in the first place is because there was a blemish right under that big one right there, and I didn't like said blemish, so I had to use something to cover it up. So this is what I ended up using. Now I kind of don't want to use the same colour of the bottle that we've got. And Sweet Sorbet. I really feel like, just bear with me a second. I'm glad no one is seeing what I'm doing here, because, right, I just got a little more putty out because my putty had disappeared, so then I can pick. Really, it doesn't want to get picked up, guys. There we go, pick this up. It truly doesn't want to play. And I do just, I've got a parakeet party one down here. That went rogue. I've already used parakeet party. I might use a parakeet party one over there. And what do I want to use? I want to use a orchid oasis. These are running everywhere on me. Like, they're not running off until I engage them. There we go. And that is our fizz coming out of our bottle. Might do something a little bit different here. And grab a large Sweet Sorbet here. And then grab a lighter Starry Sky. It's not going to look, you know, that's okay. I probably want that one as well. That can stay on my finger. That can get, oh, I didn't want a big one. That's not helpful. I only want little ones. No. Will it come off now? Okay. That's fine. So, let's get this little one up here. And then we will get this Orchid Oasis one somewhere around there. Probably not the best placement, but hey, it is what it is. So these are our 2 very simple bottled happiness cards using the 5 in colours. So let's get on to my next panel, which I actually really don't want to be using the same colours. Oh, no, I don't have a card panel cut. But I wanted to play with these flowers and the squashy little one. Okay, I'm going to have to do a titch of cutting here. And I wanted to use my Stampin' Right markers. So just bear with me a second here. I feel like I have stuff everywhere. That's okay, that's okay. Oh, nothing wants to work. I don't know whether it's the hands or the nails, because they are very, very short because they all broke. Thank you, Jennifer. I reckon there's something sticky on here. There are. I've got a couple of, I've got a sticky spot right there. There we go. That's what was sticking to it. Wasn't me. I need to de-stick this with orange oil. That's what I've got to do. Hello, Miss Peggy. I'm glad you love the new colours. Okay, so I want to make this a portrait card. Now, this panel may not stay this size, but this is just what we're working with for the moment. And I'm kind of got a thing that I might want to use mint macaron. I'm feeling some mint macaron. I don't know why, but it was calling me. So I thought I might just grab it out and use it. That is one very stiff ink pad. Might need to get a drop of something onto it. Okay, now because this is a very solid one again, I'm going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat. Everything's in the way here. Okay, let's see how that turned out okay-ish, but I do have a bubble in it, and I know I've got a bubble in it, and right where that bubble is where I got the blemish. So that is always a good rule to go by. If you've got a bubble, it's not going to work very well. So what I do is I then just attach it like that to try and not get any bubbles, and that worked fairly well. So I'm going to do another test stamp. I'm thinking my mint macaron is actually quite a bit juicy. So let's just give it a bit of a check. That section doesn't even really want to ink up at all. Okay, clean it, dry it, and give it a really, really good rough up with my hand. There we go. Now I'm making it not shiny. So I've made it go from shiny to matte. And I will give this another go. Well, one that inked up. There is still one spot. One spot, one spot. Okay, that is way too inky. So let me find this. So with this ink pad, you will be able to see the colour difference as I push this ink into the ink pad. So nothing sharp on the bone folder, so I'm not actually hurting anything, which is great. Okay, this is just everything we do just to get that beautiful stamped image. Now I'm just going to go for it now. Just going to go for it. That's better. And Boom. I like that. A little bit darker on one edge, but hey, I can absolutely live with that. Okay, don't know what colours to go from here. Right. Now, this is where I am actually going to be using the stamparatus. Okay, I'm just going to pop those in there for the moment. And I may actually grab out our current in colours here. But I do want to do some stamping that we do all the time. Now, did I buy, last catalogue, did I buy these Stampin' Right markers? This is a very good question, and I actually don't know the answer. So I'm going to hold this down here, and I'm going to line this up here. Oh, helps if I'm image side down. Okay. And then I am going to pick this up. So do it a little bit differently. Position that down. Position, position, position. Now I'm going to run my finger across all of these because fresh images just need a little bit of TLC. Let me stand up and let me see if they are where I think they should be. That would be a no. Let me grab my markers and we shall see. I think I have some very old colours in here. Yes, these are very, very, very old in colours. So we may change tact and not do that, but stick with our friends in the Subtles family. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to stamp this in Petal Pink, and then I'm going to go in over the Petal Pink and highlight certain flowers. Okay, so I've got the Petal Pink there, and that's stamped everything. Stamped lovely. Perfect. So I'm going to take my Highland Heather and I'm going to get all of the wisterias. So I'm literally just going to paint on and grab these wisterias. Okay. And just go like that. So actually they're not even perfectly inked up, which is fine. I can go in with a second layer if I wish. So I just wanted to choose a very light colour to start off with. So I've grabbed that colour. Now I want to get our little pom-pom flowers. And I'm thinking that I might go balmy blue. I'm going to go a little balmy blue for our pom-poms. Okay. Now I could have cleaned this off, but now that I've stamped this twice already, there technically should be no ink really left on this. We've got our 5 pom-poms. So you can see there the colour is layering over. So it's just layering and layering and layering. And the other 2 are over here. So I could have done this from the start, just using those colours, but I just decided to use a layering colour at the bottom. Just going to peel that up carefully. Pop that back down. Okay, now having a look, I do kind of want to hit these ones here, maybe with some Calypso Coral. And we'll just see how they look. Okay. So I'm just using the edge. I'm not like going in with the tip. I am popping the edge on to grab the colour off. Now you can swipe or pounce. It's up to you. Whatever works best for you. Okay. Now these will just be a darker version of what was there before. See, I do not need to ink those up again, but what I could do, this might look really, really nice, is just do a little bit of shading detail on the middle of these longer flowers. So we've kind of got 3. Just give a little bit of shading, deeper detail towards the center of these flowers. So just building up the colors. So you can see there how I've just added that depth, and we still have a whole nother stamp to add. I think I might leave, oh, see now those other flowers need something as well. What else can I use? I can use a little bit of Poppy Parade on the center of these other ones. So I'm literally just going around the center. Has anyone ever done this style before, where you've just done an image or stamped an image and then gone in with some markers to add depth to what you've already got there? So this is really just a titch, and it actually looks kind of the same but kind of not. So that's our first image. Hopefully you're liking that. And now what I'm going to do, where is this? Now that I've got colours everywhere. Okay, I kind of want to stay with one colour family, but I'm just going to give this a clean. I've done all these images. The Balmy Blue probably didn't turn out the best, but you've still got that differentiation of colour. So let me grab our next image, and this one I am going to colour from, oh, there's still marker there. Let me do just a pounce. Those all done. Okay, the next one is just our greenery. And what I think I might do, I am going to go in with the lightest green, which would be our soft sea foam, and then I can layer over our pear pizzazz. So this is where we can line up, and actually I want to leave those flower centers alone. That looks like it's all lining up beautifully. So pick that up, pop this piece, keep on making sure it's in the corner every time so everything lines up beautifully. Actually, I'm going to use saffron for those flower centers. Do you want to know what? I'm missing my saffron out of here. So we will substitute in with daffodil. It's fine. It's all good. Once again, I can't get to where they are. So I'm going to make all the flower centers the same. So I can see exactly where they all are. And if I've missed one, I can always go back and redo it, because we've got it in the stamparatus and it's all going to line up wonderfully. Look at that, all our flower centers done. Okay, so not mint macaron, no. I do want to get all of our stems. See, Cindy, hey Di, how are you? You've tried doing that, not good at it. Yes, I've done all markers and no ink pads. Okay, Chris, sorry, those comments, I had like no comments for ages, and then they all came in a flurry. Okay, so this is pear pizzazz, and as I said, I'm just going into all the stems with the pear pizzazz. Now we can do this as a double up if required. So you can see we have added in all those stems, and then with the larger flowers, I think I want to be subtle and use our soft sea foam, but I may do a double stamping and double inking with our soft sea foam. Because it's, when you use soft sea foam, it seriously looks like you have done nothing. It's such a light green. So it is there, trust me, it is there. This one, this one, this one, and these two. So I hope you're liking this. If you want to be really simple, you can just use 2 images, but I love that I've just used one color palette here to create, or one color family to create this multi-colored image. Tell me what you think. Beautiful. Thank you, Shaz. Thank you. Now we could hand cut this out, or we could just cut down the panel. I could also add a sentiment directly to this here. But I kind of like the overflowing with happiness, because the flowers are overflowing from here. but I kind of like things offset. And of course you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to ground this because, hey, that's just what we do. And it's going to stop it looking lopsided. Yep, just using one colour family because they're all designed to work together. Yes, I added in a little bit of Poppy Parade, but I have essentially used one colour family. So there's no guesswork here about, do these colours work together? The answer is yes, because Stampin' Up! Designed them to work together. And because we've kept things soft here, I am also very tempted to just keep this in our, and I can't even find the ink pad now. Actually, I'm going to close this ink pad. But if I was to do this again, I would use just straight markers. I've lost everything here, guys. Looking, aha, found my scissors. Even though I stamped in the petal pink, I don't know that I would, yeah, I've kind of lost the purple in here. I don't know. Okay. Grab the sentiment. Still haven't found, I just spied it under the embellishments. Okay, so that now is no longer shiny, it is now matte. Yes, that's right. Using water, do you need? Okay, so with the chamois I use on the kind of stamp that I'm cleaning. So the stamp cleaner or the Stampin' Mist is specially formulated for our rubber stamps. So that's what that's specially formulated for. And the chamois, just I rinse it with water, or should I say today that was David who rinsed it with water, and it cleans off the stamps. And I find if I use my photopolymer stamps, oh my god, I just got ink all over that. If I use my photopolymer stamps in my Stampin' Scrub, I stain them, which isn't a bad thing, it's just I'd prefer not to stain them. So I use this. I do often use my rubber stamps with this because I find it really quick and simple just to do that, and my stamps are clean a couple of seconds and they're dry as well because this is just stamp. But these stamps don't need the Stampin' Mist formulation to clean off our normal ink. You are right, I do even use this with our Memento ink, and with our Stays On Cleaner isn't recommended to use with our photopolymer stamps because you can eat away the surface of the stamp, which obviously affects your stamped images. So that isn't recommended, but I have been known to very quickly use it and then thoroughly clean it off, and I haven't had an issue. So hopefully that helps, and what Heidi said as well. So thank you very much for jumping in there and helping die out. So I think I'm going to leave this panel. I'm just checking the time because I am mindful of my painters wanting to get back here. So if you were to use any embellishment, I'm going to grab an embellishment to use. Oh, but they're not quite in the right colours, but it has given me an idea to, I could use brushed brass butterflies, or I will find them. I don't have a lot of embellishments at all. Where are they? Please don't tell me I pulled them out. I'm looking for my opal rounds. Basic, rhinestone, champagne, elegant faceted, iridescent, matte black. Where are my opal rhinestones? I'm going to have to find them because I did obviously have a bit of a clean out, and our opal rounds are still available. So, do I use brush brass or our iridescent as a little bit of a scattering? And I'm very tempted just to put it on a crumb cake card base. Very, very tempted. Okay, I'm just trying to do a titch of a clean up while I get some responses from you lovely, lovely ladies. You're always willing to help me out, which I love. Okay, trimmer, because I do just want to trim this down just a titch. So, it doesn't really matter. Is that too close? Probably not. Probably yes. That was too close, but that's okay. I'm just going to take a titch off the edge as well, just to get more concentrated, more of a concentrated look at that. So crumb cake, have I been nice enough? Yes, I have. I have a perfect mat there, and then I've just got to work out, I definitely do need to mat this on something, but what colour I am not sure at this stage. Butterflies, only one. I kind of, oh no, that blemish is going. I did create a bit of a blemish on the card. Oh, I like that on the crumb cake because it's nice and soft. And I'm thinking maybe, because it's my favourite colour, and we've used it in such a light way on here. Please tell me, yes, I only have card bases, but that's okay. A piece of Highland Heather. You wouldn't believe the limited amount of space I'm working with today, guys. I'm surprised I'm coping with this. Okay. So we said no to the iridescence. I think I'll at least use a large and a small butterfly because I kind of love both, like a large here and then a small like nestled in here or up here. Just need to do a tinge of measuring. So I cut that off at an awkward space. No, I didn't. So if I go 9.1, 9.1. I just want a little matte, nothing too crazy. By about that. I'm taking guesstimations here. And when you've got the littlest space to work with, I'm creating such a mess. Such a mess. Ah, see, there you go. Just the tinsiest of mats, which will be just enough to create. Okay, and in there and back in the holder, which everything's collapsing around me. Okay. That could not be any more perfect if I tried. Very tempted to pop. No, I think popping it straight down will be great. And then just adding in our brass butterflies. Try saying that 10 times fast. Stampin' Up have cursed us with that product name because it is really, really hard to say. How long has it taken me to make? So it's taken me about half an hour to make this card, which isn't too shabby in the whole scheme of things. Just capping this glue, and then I will show you all the products we've used, which actually really isn't that many. Okay. Oh, crooked. Crooked, crooked. Better. Not perfect, but better. Okay. My brushed brass butterflies. Do need to just do my little friend who's already trying to fly off the page, can just pop in there. And then I can have another little friend just nestled in here because we use the rule of threes. Come on. And then another little friend, not in the same orientation, would be good. Just there. So that is my second card using the Bottled Happiness stamp set. So we have used this set twice today. Where are my other cards? I've lost them completely because I did have my original card sitting, because it's right here in front of my face as normal. So these are the two cards I've made using one stamp set. I used the stamparatus, I've used the Stampin' Right markers, I've also used the, and I'm going to pop these this way, the In Colour matte dots, and I will show you again the 5 ink pads. Now don't forget, if you would like to join my team during this month of May and you plan on getting these 5 ink pads, if you join you get these 5 ink pads, a pack of the A4 assorted cardstock in these colours, 6x6 designer series paper assortment, and the I will spit it out in a sec, and the In Colour ink pad for free. So I have already have one follow-up which has been amazing. Sign up and she is very much looking forward to getting back into crafting because she's been away from it for a little while, as well as getting these new in colors. I think they are so vibrant and beautiful. Yes, exactly, Shaz. I hope your was yours stuck in the customs issue, your order, because hopefully it will be coming out to you really soon. The European market had some shipping issues, which was a titch annoying for them, but hopefully it's all sorted. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Have an amazing weekend. I plan on playing with even more new products this weekend. And yeah, thank you, Laurie. Thank you. And I will, these are all available now, by the way. So all the in colors and all of these things are available. Just make sure that you check out my shop link, which I will have up in a couple of minutes after my video finishes. Thanks so much for joining me, girls, and have a great weekend. And I will see you on Tuesday, same time, 12 noon. Same place here on Facebook. And yeah, oh, my pleasure, Ethel. Thank you, Di. Thank you. See you, girls. Bye. It's not letting me end, guys. It's just changing my